Right, morning, guys and girls. Okay, so I'm still out traveling and I will be until Tuesday. So I'm starting the other way around this morning with a zoomed out view, and I've showed you this channel before already, and Bitcoin has really been respecting it. So if you look at that midline, how it's been hugging the midline and not quite to the top now, and then that trend line that I've had in there for quite a while. It's really acted as a really strong resistance, and you see we're right up to that trend line now. So we'll see what the weekend brings and whether it'll break that or that will stay as a strong resistance. Okay, zooming back in a little. You're familiar with this. This is our range that we've been trading within. I'm just going to switch on that fixed range tool. So you can see I've included that small mini range just above us because we've been trading within that range for a while, and in fact we've taken out that high, so I think we can include that within our range now. I'm just going to switch that off again. So that was a perfect swing failure of that high there. Zooming in a little. I've still got all my levels on here, and I'll just end off with the daily levels today. So you've got the weekly and the monthly levels. So that single prints we've closed early this morning, so we can remove that. And there's a naked session point of control that we can remove. And there was a new single print there, and there's a new naked session point of control there and there as well. We've also got a new TPO naked point of control, and there's also a naked session point of control that we've crossed through that we can remove. And then the only other thing that I want to point out is the Fibonacci from this low to the high of our current range. So you can see we've got a lot of confluence there. Well, not a lot. We've got TPO naked point of control, and we've got that what I call the new range, value area low, the range that I've just shown you. So that is quite a strong, and it's the top of that single print, and there's a monthly level there. So I'm not 100% sure that we've actually started our incline. I think the weekend might see us come back here and just we'll pick up that liquidity there and close the single prints here, and maybe then we'll get some momentum to go higher. This seems like a little magnet for today or intraday, that single print and that naked session point of control, but I'm sure we'll at least come down there because there's a lot of confluence there for a jump up or for a bounce up, and then there's some confluence there as well. So this is probably my short-term view for the day. I'm bouncing here or reacting between these two levels. If we break either of those two, then we might see higher or even lower. I see that we've got naked session point of controls here, but it's just like in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it'll probably take out these lows, but I can't believe we will just pick up that liquidity and not go further and take up that. That's important. That, like I've marked it there as a key level. We take out that and just get a bit of momentum down here, then I'm sure we'll definitely see higher. If we lose it is critical when we go below this. If we go below this, we'll definitely go to the old point of control, and that'll be critical to hold that to see a upside. So I'll quickly show you the daily levels. Okay, there you can see our daily levels. You can just pause and record those levels, and then I'll just go back and add all our other levels for the day. Right, I'm going to start with these VWAPs that I've got here, anchored VWAPs. So the one is from the high on the 13th of January, and the other one is from the high around the 20th of January. The other one is from the low, the 24th of January. You can see the confluence with these two here, and it's just we've just bounced off that early this morning. That's given us, and it was really good resistance there yesterday. I'm just going to remove, well, might as well just leave them. So it might look like we're just going through the view, the anchored VWAP, but if you look closely, you'll see how good it's been, how well it's acted as resistance. And then the minute we found a bounce or support off the VWAP, we pushed up to there. But that wasn't just a week through. Remember, that was we took out the high of that previous or that mini range above us, and then it acted as resistance. We played around it, and then there it became resistance. The anchored VWAP, the normal VWAP pushed us through, and then once we couldn't hold up that level, we dropped down, and look how perfectly we bounced off that bottom one. Gave us a bit of a bounce, then we dropped below it, then it became resistance, resistance, resistance. The minute we um, achieved or we managed to get above it, it acted as a bounce again or as support, and there it pushed us up. So just keep that in mind. Watch that the anchored VWAP as a resistance at the top. I just want to get these two closer, or these three closer together, and then we'll switch them off for the time being. I'm just going to take you through my levels as I have them in my folders. So there we have those single prints. It's just the one single print below us. Switch it off. There we have swing failure patterns, possible swing failure patterns. It's just they're a bit higher up. The other ones we've just removed. And then the current range. You can just check my levels. This is how, just to keep my chart from getting over cluttered. Then sometimes I just switch on one folder at a time, just see how we're reacting. See how nicely we're reacting there between the point of control and the value area high. And then just this is just all the ranges I have, but I'm not going to look at that now. And there's an old range. I think I must go right out at something I need to show you. If you look right back at that range from last year, May to July last year, and you look at that value area high, look at that point of control that was acted as, well, you perfectly bounced off there. And now like really locally today or this morning early, that old value area high was our resistance. Just zoom in there a bit. Yeah, my connection is not good at all. I'm in a quite remote place in the mountains. So if I make a video, the chart loads quite slow. Not perfect, but look how good resistance that old value area high was there. So let's stick to that, and we go down to, that was the old range. So there's quite a few things I suggest you add these folders, or add a few folders to your chart, and so you don't have too much clutter at once, that otherwise you just see this noise and you don't really know what's going on. There's all the naked session point of controls that act as magnets and resistance and support. The naked point of controls, these are the daily and the weekly and the monthly naked point of controls. That one is also, how can I say, been diluted, so I'm just going to remove that one. So you can pause the screen obviously and just record these levels, the ones you want. These are the time point opportunity, the time price opportunity, naked point of controls. There was one added there yesterday, and I think one removed. I'm not going to look at the January range, the zoomed out view, support and resistance. I haven't even looked at this support. Look how perfect that support line has been acting. I'll zoom out a bit and see where it comes from. I think this comes from quite a few months ago. Let's go on the 4 hour. I really apologize for the slow connection speed here. and not much I can do about that. You can see how far back I've gone with that, yeah, from December 20, so that's more than a year ago, that support line. So that I would suggest you add on your chart. That's really, really important. That was like a perfect. I didn't even see that in my preparation for this video, so that's quite a good support line. And then this, obviously, this line that I've brought from the top here, I think is a similar one on my zoomed out view. So you can see we really not quite touched it, but we're right up there again. So we can also see this as a triangle closing, and we might see some good reaction here where we're on the 4th of February now. Maybe the 6th of February, that's Sunday, maybe Monday open. We'll see something, either a big drop or we're going to pump out of here big time. So let's just see, maybe we must just look at that. If this video has been going on for too long now already, I plan on just having a really short video. Trend based, no, that's not the one I'm looking for. Zoomed out. I'm just looking if there's maybe a time, Fibonacci time coming up, but I'll cover that in tomorrow's video. I'll go and look for it. I'm sure there's one coming up in February now. The channels, not this channel, I've already covered the channel in the zoomed out or in the previous view. The daily, weekly, and monthly levels. See that weekly level, how perfect that was also. There was such big support there with that trend line that I've just shown, and the weekly. And obviously that one was that point of control that comes back also from about a year ago. The weekly levels, we're just on the previous week value area high and weekly open now. That's acting as a bit of resistance. And you see there's support there on the previous week equilibrium and value area low. The monthly, I think it's just that one monthly previous month value area low that's also acting as good support there. And then obviously the daily levels that we've already gone through. Right, you've got something to look at. Remember today, Wednesdays are normally very volatile. Fridays have become a bit more volatile. And then the weekend is a bit lower volume and time to watch the Fibonacci's. Right, keep your eyes on the charts. Have a lovely day. I'll talk to you again tomorrow morning.